Und ich freue mich mega, wirklich, ich freue mich super, super krass darüber, dass wir diesen Call hier heute machen können. Wir haben ja, das habt ihr jetzt die letzten Wochen gemerkt oder gesehen, wir haben ja diesen Termin von samstags auf montags verschoben und versuchen euch, so gut es geht, immer mal wieder hier einen Spezialisten mit an Bord zu bringen, um euch natürlich auch gerade ja aus der Kundenperspektive ein bisschen mehr zu zeigen und an die Hand zu geben, was für Schätze hier eigentlich vergraben sind, die vielleicht ja auch einfach dem einen oder anderen noch gar nicht so bewusst sind, weil der nette Herr, den ich hier als The Legend auf auf dem Flyer angepriesen habe, der ist übrigens auch so in meinem Telefon eingespeichert, ja, als Joseph Educator The Legend, steht da in meinem Smartphone drin. Und es ist wirklich, wirklich crazy. Joseph, müsst ihr euch vorstellen, geht mit uns seit Tag eins diesen Weg. Also er hat mit uns, als Infinity gestartet ist, seit Februar 2021 hat er für uns angefangen, Sessions zu machen. Die ganzen Coin-Analysen, die wir im Jahr 2021 kaufen durften, womit wir unsere Gewinne machen durften, das ist alles auf seine Kappe gewachsen, alles auf seinem Hut gewachsen. Und ihr müsst euch halt einfach vorstellen, der Typ ist einfach brutal jung. Ja, das heißt, Joseph hat 2019 mit Trading angefangen und 2020 ist er dann schon in Krypto eingestiegen und hat in der Zwischenzeit wirklich absolut phänomenale Erfolge geschrieben und macht seit 4 Jahren für uns hier kontinuierlich seine Sessions, wo er halt eben auch immer wieder über den Bitcoin-Chart fliegt, über den Ethereum-Chart fliegt und euch einfach ein bisschen mitgibt, was so seine Perspektive ist, was er am Chart selber macht. Ihr merkt ja, Hendrik ist zum Beispiel sehr viel fundamental. Ja, das heißt, da geht es viel in die Fundamentalanalysen rein. Und bei Joseph könnt ihr auf jeden Fall auch immer mal was am Chart selber lernen, um so ein bisschen, ja, für sich selber auch die Confidence zu bekommen. Ich mag das. Ich habe mir damals von ihm aus den Live-Sessions, habe ich mir immer abgezeichnet im Trading View, habe ich mir mal genau eingezeichnet, was er drin hat, habe immer Pause gedrückt in der Wiederholung, habe es mir wieder eingezeichnet, wieder Pause gedrückt, wieder eingezeichnet, um für mich auch einfach diese Sicherheit, die man damit bekommt, ja, zu transportieren, um die abrufbar zu haben, um eben das Wissen von anderen für mich auch anwenden zu können. Und ja, es ist super, super witzig. Joseph meinte gerade, er hat vor 3 Jahren ungefähr das letzte Mal so einen Call gemacht, wo er die Menschen auch sieht. Ja, und er hat halt auch bei uns auf der Bühne gestanden, also alles soweit, gar kein Stress. Aber ich freue mich mega, mega, mega darüber, dass er hier heute ist. Und ich gehe davon aus, dass die meisten von euch, die jetzt hier sitzen, mal prinzipiell der englischen Sprache mächtig sind. Ich kann euch sagen, dass Joseph kein super kompliziertes Englisch spricht, sondern auch einfach ein sehr leicht verständliches. Man hat so ein paar Vokabeln aus dem Kryptomarkt, die darf man dann lernen. Und ich habe mit ihm das Commitment, dass ich ihn auch einfach unterbrechen werde, falls ich der Meinung bin, dass irgendwo etwas zu krass oder zu schnell sein sollte. Aber genau aus dem Grund zeichnen wir das Ganze hier natürlich auch auf, damit ihr euch, falls ihr ein paar Dinge nicht so super gut verstanden habt, das einfach nachher in der Wiederholung nochmal anschauen könnt. Und deswegen, ja, Joseph wird jetzt mit euch ein paar Sachen teilen und das Coolste ist, er wird am Ende, wenn er fertig ist mit den Dingen, die er so vorbereitet hat, sogar ein Q&A machen. Ja, das heißt, ihr werdet nachher hier die Möglichkeit haben, ihm Fragen zu stellen und da werde ich natürlich auch, wenn es irgendwo ja, einfach Komplikationen gibt oder so, werde ich da versuchen, mich dran zu beteiligen, das alles aufzuklären. Yeah, all right. So, Joseph, I would say the stage is yours. I just told all of them how mother flower legend you are and that you are like a day one person with Infinity and that you built up all this, the whole company with us the last nearly 4 years. I think in February it's the 4 year. How is it called? Millennium for you, the fourth anniversary. I don't know. I don't know how this word is correctly found. So, yeah, we are very, very grateful and very thankful that you take your time today out of France. I would just give you the allowance to unmute yourself. And yeah, I just told them that you prepared a couple of informations of your point of view for maybe the market at the moment and the future, and that we will do a Q&A at the end. So I will shut up and the stage is yours. Thank you so much. And I'm very, very curious what you're gonna tell us. Let's go.
Thank you very much, Pierre, and thank you for everyone being here. It's very my big pleasure to be here because, as you said, I'm here since like since the beginning, basically since 4 years, I'm doing lives every week. But that's the very first time I'm doing like a Zoom call with all the team, etc. So I'm also very happy, very excited about that. I hope you're gonna all enjoy what I'm going to share with you. Then, of course, the questions and answers. But yeah, thank you very much, Pierre. Thank you, Misha, also for the invitation. So to really present myself quickly, I'm French. I'm not speaking German, unfortunately. I started like business and everything back in 2019. So I'm 26, so I started quite young, like around 19, 20 years old. Started with trading, not into crypto at all back in 2019. I was doing like forex trading, with the charts, also with some algos, etc. So I did this for 6 months, a year or so. It was kind of okay. I was loving doing it, but not really making big money, etc. But it was nice, starting, yeah, looking at things online and working at my home, etc. And then I started crypto. So it was in March 2020. So almost 5 years now. During the COVID, okay, during the coronavirus, like we had this big crypto crash, as you may have seen. And I don't know, my gut just tell me, okay, it's very cheap, go buy. So I just bought some Ethereum, Bitcoin, some other things. So it was good. I bought at good prices, and then when you start to make money, etc. With that, I got kind of passionate about all this stuff, and I really dipped into it. I'm not just like investing and waiting. I was like, okay, this is an amazing industry. It is very young, big potential. Let me really dive into that. And I just started to, yeah, really work all day looking at projects, charts, how it works, what can I do, etc., etc. And yeah, just totally transitioned from trading to crypto, but always staying with my point of view of fundamental is good. It's very important to invest on good projects. But for me, number one is always the technical. I always favor more of the charts than the fundamentals because, as you may have seen on the last months and even years, we have some shit coins, as we call, that really performed a lot. So basically, I prefer to do a lot of money on a shit coin than a little bit of money on a crazy fundamental coin. So fundamental is good, is important, of course. But if we can make more money, if I can make more money on shit coins, I just do it. I don't care. I'm here for more like making money. I'm not here like just for pleasure. Of course, it's important also to do the good things, etc. But like that's business, so that's really the mentality I gave myself. And yeah, since then, I joined Infinity in 2021. Since the beginning, and I'm giving every week, once a week, a live session in both English and French, uh, giving my market insight, what I think about cryptos, the charts, how to manage the portfolio. Um, Let me just put this in French. Okay. And yeah, basically how to manage your portfolio, what percentage in Bitcoin, what percentage on this, where to buy, where to sell, what coin to focus, etc. And mostly like the discipline to have on the market. It's very true on all financial markets that you have to get discipline, even more on trading. But crypto is also true. You have to know when to stop, things to do, things to not do. But of course, it's also come with experience. Sometimes you have to, even if someone says you something, not do not do it, do not do it, do not do it. You have to make the mistake yourself to learn it. So if you begin, that's normal. Sometimes you're going to make mistakes. You're going to have a coin who is going really up. You're not selling because you're beginning. That's normal. Everyone has this problem. You have to go through that to then achieve, let's say, not perfection because it doesn't exist, but like good level. Okay. Um, so yeah, today I wanted to talk really quickly about like the philosophy on the crypto, like what to invest, what should I buy, what should I sell. I'm going to share some charts later on, but really there is no real good answer to these questions because crypto really depends on every case. Okay, because we are all different. Some people go into crypto for making big money short term. Other people just want to put their euros or dollars in another currency, but staying stable. So it really depends on your goals, objectives financially, and also time based. Are you here for 6 months? Are you here for 10 years? You have to really, really the more you can have clear objectives, clear goals, write it on paper, and then act accordingly. That's very, very important. So that's the first factor, your goals. And second one, maybe even more important, is the cash flow you make on your life. Because crypto is very good, but crypto, if you don't have any money, you can't do anything with crypto. You need to have some cash flow, either salary, either you work on a normal job. It can be, I don't know, trading. It can be network marketing. It can be a lot of things. But really, when you start in crypto, it's very good. That's, I think, on my opinion, one of the best investments of our generation, but still don't have to forget to do cash flow. You have to have money that is entering every week, every month, every year, so that you can invest more and more and more and more. Okay. And with that, of course, you can then invest more, but also it gives you like the mental clearness, because imagine all your money is in crypto, you don't have any cash flow outside of that. If the market start to go down, etc., you're really too emotional, you're dependent of that, and then you make bad decisions, you feel bad, you don't sleep well, etc. So really try to combine both investing into crypto, but also having a good source of cash flow that is coming outside of crypto. So then you can invest more and more, and you're not dependent on this one source. Okay. So that's really, really important. Then, so how the market works, basically, so talking about crypto, as you may know, crypto is still quite small. Okay, Bitcoin is really huge, but that's really nothing compared to like stocks and everything like that. But you really have to know that crypto is like we have cycles of months, years. It really varies. So basically, it's 2 years. It's not really moving a lot. 1 or 2 years is really you're winning a lot, and then 1 year, 2 years you're losing a lot. So it's not something that you're going to invest and win all the time, all the time, all the time. So you have to try to read the charts and understand how it works to then be able to accumulate when the price are low. Okay. And then try to ride the uptrend without being greedy. Okay, because you have to remember, I'm going to share the charts later, but that's impossible to buy at the lowest point and to sell at the highest point. Okay, it didn't exist. But you have to make money, securize a little bit, and keep in mind that partial profits are always profits. Okay, because often people say, okay, but if I sell here, I'm only 2x, but then if you go 20x, I missed it. No, you can just sell 20, 30%. And then if it goes down, you're happy because you secured some money. If it continues, okay, you still have like 50, 60%. So one thing that I really understand, and I made the mistake like even 2020, 2021, to it's either I was buying or selling everything or just holding everything. Okay, now I just understand that, okay, I can do percentages. If it goes up, I just securize, I go break even, then I let it ride. And that way, you can win big, but if it goes bad, you really minimizes the losses, and that's very important. Not losing, I will say, is more important than winning. Okay, because if you can preserve your capital, this is a market that is growing. So if you don't make stupid mistake and lose everything like on a stupid coin, etc., this market is going to grow in the next years. So really slowly, 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 and don't try to become a millionaire in 6 months. Okay, although I mean, if you invest big, of course, it's possible. But like, if you go with 5,000 euros and want to be millionaire in 3 months, you're going to make mistakes. Okay, go small. Okay, go small, little by little, and then it will grow naturally with the work and with this market that is growing. Okay, then the capital allocation. That's really one of the main questions. Um, that people ask me, okay, what should I buy? How many percentages in Bitcoin you have? How many altcoins? How many small cap? How many Ethereum, etc. Again, it depends. Okay, of course, because I know people that go all in really small uh, It's really small capitalization to make big money, but they don't care of losing everything. Another example, for instance, my parents who invested in crypto, they wanted to be really safe. Okay, so they wanted to be really safe. They don't want to make 10x, 20x. So I just bought Bitcoin, 100% Bitcoin, and they're very happy. Okay, maybe they're not making the best performance they can, but they wanted to be safe to have like an investment for years. So I just bought Bitcoin. Is it wrong? Is it right? It depends on the case. Okay, on that case, on my opinion, it was the good thing to do. So yeah, all Bitcoin. So it really depends. Personally, what I'm doing, I diversify. I'm um, more on the safe than on the really risky on my strategy. Okay, so I have um, most of my portfolio is in Bitcoin actually, and I'm going to try to ride the so-called altcoin season when everything is vertical later on, and also trying to ride uh, like the narrative, okay, because you know that every year, I mean, every cycle we have narrative. These type of tokens are really performing a lot. These type of tokens, so that's what you can read also on chain on the charts. Which sector to invest to maximize your gains during the bull run, during the bull market. Uh, Also, there's one thing that for me, I'm going to talk about it, but again, on my opinion, it changed quite a lot. This really big thing that is known since years in crypto that first the Bitcoin is pumping, then it goes from Bitcoin to Ethereum, then from Ethereum to middle cap, then low caps. For me, it's less and less true going into the years, okay, because um, I think personally this cycle uh, is going to be really, really more driven by Bitcoin. I don't think uh, we're going to see an altcoin season, but I think it's going to be really concentrated on a few ones. I don't think that it's like 2021, like everything was going up. I don't know if you were here in 2021, but like it was just you you can invest on what you want, you were winning money. Okay, now it's a little bit more difficult because the market is getting bigger. Big actors, big institutions are really focusing on this token, this token, this token. They're going on everything. So now more than ever, it's really important to have a good selection of tokens and don't go like on dinosaurs, okay, on tokens that were here 20 years ago. The charts are flat. We don't care about that, okay? Definitely, okay. So let me directly share a chart of TradingView to really uh, real quick talk about like a Bitcoin price action and some things like my point of view, what's going to happen, what I'm looking when I look at the chart, etc. So it's here. Great. Thank you. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, everything
Per
is working.
Perfect. Perfect. So here is TradingView. That's the main thing where you can look at the charts. There are some other things, but basically TradingView is the best one. Um, Starting with Bitcoin. Okay, so right now we're at 93. I'm not going to analyze really dive into it, but basically, I'm going to share with you the actual price, what I think is going to happen, what can we expect the next days, weeks, and months. But I'm going to make it as simple as I can to not really I'm not going to stay here for hours. But so Bitcoin chart here, I mean weekly. We can even go in monthly. So this was the bull run of 2021 went up to 69, made a down point at 50. Now go back at 108 and actually at 94. Okay, so going into weekly, right here, personally, okay, maybe one thing that you're going to notice right away, I don't use indicators. Okay, I have absolutely no indicators. My charts are totally naked. It's not for this. I'm not hiding anything of you. Okay, it's really how I analyze charts. I used on the past to use like MACD, RSI, Ishimoku, etc. But I just choose to not use anything because for me, that's my personal opinion. Okay, I'm not saying that's wrong to use them. I know people who use them who are right to make money, so that's totally okay. But personally, have another type of looking at the price without indicators, just the time here on the axis and the price right here. Okay, and then I'm using some other stuff that I'm going to share with you, but basically it's only price action with normal candles, okay? So open, high, low, and close, okay? So very, very simple. So looking at the Bitcoin chart, so as you may have seen, we had a big up move from September to basically December during these 2, 3 months. Price goes from went from 50,000 to 108, which is a big, big, big up move, making a new all-time high. And right here, we're seeing the first big red weekly candle since all this move up. Okay, so here, I'm not really afraid when you look at the weekly chart like that. When I look at this chart, I'm not seeing like any bearishness on this chart, to be honest. It's really too soon to call a top of market, actually. That's totally okay. So you have always to get the big picture, okay? Because of course, if you go here on an hourly chart, uh, okay, it's here is definitely bearish on an hourly, but the bigger the time frame, the more powerful it is. So here, weekly is bullish. Um, Looking at this chart personally, I don't think it's over. I think we can totally, and I think we will go back into this area right here. Why this area? Very simple, okay. I call that an imbalance, okay, an imbalance. What does it mean? That's basically a gap between three candles, okay. So that's a three candle pattern, which is very, very simple to identify. Uh, it's basically, you can see this candle here. Let me draw here. Okay, you have this one, and this one. Okay, we have three candles, and you can see that from the high of this one, which is here, okay, the high of this week, and the low of the next candle, which is here, there is this zone of price which is left open. Okay, we didn't see the price go back and forth into that area. For example, if you look, uh, where can I look at it? Right here, for example, you can see there is no gap. Okay, we had weeks, price delivered everywhere, while here there is a big gap. Okay, right here. So that's an inefficiency. Think about it like when you're painting a wall. Okay, imagine you have a white wall, you want to paint it in black. If you take your like your brush and go from top to bottom, if you go too fast, the up of the wall, okay, the high end of the wall is going to be have paint really good, okay, but the more you go down fast, you're going to have some hollows, okay, at the middle of your wall. So what you do, for example, you paint like that. Here, the price paint. What is going to do is going to go here, okay, and then maybe continue higher, okay. So that's basically delivery of markets. Okay, I'm not going to dive into it, but basically, it's really, really driven by algos. Okay, I believe that market is not really buying and selling pressure so much in this type of big tokens like Bitcoin, etc. It's really driven algorithmically. Even if here everybody was buying, if algos, high frequency trading algos, wants the price to go down, even if everybody's buying, it will just go down. Okay, so that's what I think here personally on the weekly. I think this zone can definitely, definitely be delivered. I think it can be a good buying entry. So it's basically from, in terms of price, you can see it here on the right, from 89.5 to 81.7. So I'm looking at this price point to then, I think, continue. I think one level. Personally, I think the next stop after breaking this high, if we break it, we're going to stop around 125 to 145. It's definitely doable. From this area, I'm going to take some profits personally around the 130, 140,000 level. Maybe going to sell 20, 30% of my Bitcoin. Even then, if it continues to 200K, 300K, it's totally okay for me. Okay. I'll be even happy with that because I'll still have some remaining. Okay, so that's on a weekly chart, but now let's go on a daily, which is really, really more interesting. And I'm going to share with you clearly how I manage my portfolio because I had a really good example that I made. It was right here. So yeah, last week, last Thursday, basically, and I shared it on the last live session. Okay, you can watch it. So what I was looking for me until the areas I'm looking or holding, like the bullish imbalances. Okay, so for example, you have one here, this gap, and one here. As long as this is holding, I have no reasons to sell, no reasons to be bearish whatsoever. Okay, it can just continue to go up, go up, go up, go up. What I was looking is once this one breaks, maybe we're going to attack this one. Okay, so here I just draw my box. Let me put it maybe in like that. Okay, so here I was waiting to see when we are here, if we go there, how do we close? Okay, because wicks, we don't care about wicks. I'm looking at close, okay, because wicks are doing damage, but the bodies are telling you the story. Okay, so we can have wicks that go lower, but as long as it close above, it's okay. So here, personally, and I share it on the live, I said that if we close below that, below 102,600, for me, we're going to minimum attack this area at 98 and even going to these lows around 90K. So that's why here, the moment we break, so it was on Wednesday evening, we closed below, and here, boom, I placed a sell limit, okay, a sell order to hedge myself, to reduce my exposition if we touch back this zone. Because for me, if it was still very bullish and we're going to continue, the price should not close below that. Seeing a close not respecting this big area of support was just telling me right away, okay, I need some rest. I'm going to go down, revisit either this area and continue, or go and take these lows, okay? And that's why here I personally sold 50% of my Bitcoins right here, right on the touch. Okay, it's sometimes it's really precise. It's not always precise like that. Okay, sometimes you're selling or buying here. So here was perfect. Just had my sell limit right here. It goes well. And now I re-entered. So the 50% of my Bitcoin I sold, I re-entered here, the half, and I'm waiting for this area to re-enter again. Okay, so that's basically how I manage it. Of course, you have to be more proactive on this strategy. It's totally okay to not do that, and as long as the weekly chart is bullish, you just hold. It's very good also. But personally, I like to try to optimize the more I can that. And right now on the daily, we have some weakness. But as the week on the daily, sorry, as the weekly is bullish, I don't really care. But right here, my eyes goes right away on these lows because for me that's too smooth. Because on the price action, people will see these lows. You can see this one and this one are quite equal, almost the same price. You can see here and here. We call that equal lows. And I think most of the people will look at that and say, okay, that's a support area, etc. And for me, that's quite the reverse. When I see that the chart is too smooth, too clean like that, for me, it's quite suspect. And I expect the price to deliver that to just take out the liquidity because that's all the market is liquidity psychology. Imagine someone is buying here. Where is his stop loss? Okay, just going on left, taking the low, boom, stop loss here. So the market is going to, I mean, maybe not, but I think the market is going to take that and then continue. And here we'll make a lot of damage because everyone who say, okay, this is a support, if we break it, we are bearish. No, we just fade everyone and then continue higher. Okay. So basically my point of view is that is I'm waiting for the price to go around 90,000. We can go down to 81, and this will be a good area for me to buy. Okay, personally, I think we can definitely bounce from here. It's not impossible at all that we go lower. Okay, it's totally possible. Going to look at the chart to see. Okay, but again, I think there is still a big potential on that. The moment, the only thing I don't want to see if I see that we break this zone, this one, if it breaks, for me, then I'm going to be very careful. Okay, if we have a weekly close below 74, then yeah, I think we have to be careful, and then we can revisit 45, etc. But I don't think that's probable. I don't think we're going to see a Bitcoin below 50,000 ever again. I think maybe, but personally, I don't think so. I think we can definitely like have the top of this market from 140 to let's say 200. But I don't really believe. I think this law quite safe, but still we have to keep that in mind and have every scenarios possible. Okay, so that's my really quick point of view. And last thing on the Bitcoin chart before switching like on the Bitcoin dominance and other things, how can you time? How can you know when it's going to go back higher? Very simple. Okay, I was bullish as long as these imbalances were respected, and same on the other side right now. I'm looking at bearish imbalances, and once they break, I think we're back bullish. Okay, so look. Look at here. We went inside of it. Where do we close? We closed outside. So it's still bearish. Okay. The moment we see a candle close above that, let's say we close here, then boom, I just wait, I enter here. I buy because I time the price. I think it's going to go higher. So, okay, you don't buy the lowest low, but when you enter, you don't have any drawdown and you're on the right side of the market. Instead of just buying here, and then maybe if we go here, we're going to be afraid. I just prefer to enter when the price is showing me willingness to go higher. Okay. Um, so that's for the Bitcoin. I hope it was quite clear. Again, tried to make really, really simple. It's way more complicated than that. But basically, stay very simple. I don't use complicated things, complicated indicators. My experience told me that the more simple it is, the more precise it is. Okay. So that's basically it for Bitcoin. And now the main thing is okay, Bitcoin above 100K, etc. When all the altcoins gonna follow? When is Ethereum going to go 5,000, 6,000, etc. For that, there is a very simple and very good chart to look. Is the Bitcoin dominance? Maybe you heard about that word before. Basically, it corresponds to the power of Bitcoin on the crypto market. It's measured in percent. So here you can see it's 58%. So basically, if the whole crypto market is what, let's say 100 billion, here Bitcoin is 58 billion. So it's 58% of the crypto market. And that's a very important chart to me. And I'm really looking at that every day, every week to look really how it goes, if it's bullish or bearish. Because basically, if this chart goes up, okay, it's better to have Bitcoin, on my opinion. If this is bullish, I'm not really interested in going to altcoins. Why? Because you're going to take more risk to win most of the time less than on the Bitcoin. Okay. So, for example, here, for instance, since September 2022, it was more interesting to have Bitcoin than to have altcoins. Okay. Um, and we're waiting for it a bid break. That's where altcoins are explosive. When this chart goes down, it means that the whole altcoin market is really pumping. And right now, when I look at this chart, it's for me a little bit too soon to talk about an altcoin season, to be honest. For me, we're still in a Bitcoin season, and I'm still waiting for some clear signs of reversal. We are having some here. We saw a big move down from 61% to 55. But still, I'm not really convinced. I want to see some acceleration below that. If we have some acceleration below the 54%, then yes, we might enter alt season. And yes, I'm going to switch slowly, little by little, my Bitcoins into altcoins to ride the big altcoin season. But for me, actually, not yet. Um, and that's why my repartition, to be totally transparent with you, actually, going to maybe write it, to be honest. So 100%. My portfolio is here. Actually, I have 35% Bitcoin, approximately maybe 33, maybe 37, basically change, but basically 35 Bitcoin. I have 25 Ethereum. Okay. Ethereum is the second biggest one. Okay. Then I have 10% stable coins. I will have like a reserve just to be safe because I learned with experience that when I don't have my 10% stable coins, I feel bad. I want to be safe. I want to have my 10%. So if we have a crash, I can buy. Okay. If I don't have, I'm not feeling good. Again, some people don't care about stable coins. You can have zero and feel safe. Some people want always to have 50% in stable coins. Personally, yeah, 5, 10, 15% is good. So you're ready. If we have a move down or if you want to invest in an asset, you're just ready. You don't have to sell Bitcoin, sell Ethereum, sell this and that. You're just USDT ready, as I say. Okay, so stable coins and then the rest. I have some big caps. Should be around 20%, I think. Yeah, around 20% big caps. By big caps, what I mean is basically Solana, it's BNB. I have also dots and atom. That's basically the biggest one I have. So here we are 35, 60, 80. So yeah, 10%. That's it. 10% in small caps. And in small caps, some examples. I like IXL. I like SCRT, and some few other ones. But basically, you can see that my portfolio is quite a safe portfolio. 60% of my, even 70% of my portfolio is very safe. It's Bitcoin, is Ethereum, is stable coins. And I just go with more risk with 30%. That's basically my strategy because I'm quite safe. And my opinion is that we are still not on an alt season. And I think actually it's still more interesting to have Bitcoins and Ethereum than altcoins at the moment. And then when this chart, okay, this BTC chart is going to be bearish, once we're going to break this low, then this 35, I'm going to switch. This 35 is going to be 25 maybe, or even lower, even 20, and then switching, putting more here, and more here. Okay, when I see that the moment is good. But actually, that's not what I'm doing. Actually, I'm like that. Okay. But again, like I said at the beginning, it depends on you. It depends of your goals, of your aversion to risk, a lot of factors. Okay, but basically, you have mine. It's not for you to copy, but that's so you know transparently what personally I'm doing with my money. And that's it. Maybe one altcoin that is interesting that I can talk. I very like the Atom. Okay. I really like it. I think there is a big potential. It was really flat, not doing much for a lot of time, but I really like this project. It's a very, very crazy fundamental project, but even the chart is start to look good. Even if I'm not a big fan that we broke this area, but this for me is like a more long-term investment. I'm not here for 6 months. I'm here for long term. I think it's very disruptive. And basically, I'm accumulating here. If it goes maybe around 550, I'm going to buy some more. But again, being careful because I already have almost maybe 7, 8% of my portfolio on this single coin. So I don't want to go really high. So I'm being careful. But yeah, this one, it's good. You also have staking and airdrops and stuff, which is interesting. And on a very risky one, I don't know, like maybe AXL, I like it. This one, I like it. It's very, very more risky. Um, to have more, maybe on BitGet, we have, yeah, here we have more datas. This one, really like it. Again, it's very risky because it's a small project. Um, but I really like the charts. Okay, we had here the big move up in October 2023. We retraced a lot. Okay, you can place a Fibonacci tool, right here. So we trace a lot, and now the chart is starting to look really great too. So I think anything basically, yeah, I will say below here. So below 90 cent for me is a good buy. Again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's never going to go higher, but I think there is a big potential, and I think this thing has the potential on the chart and also fundamentally to from here go to I don't know 4, 5, 6, 7. Uh, this one is quite good, but again, I'm going very small on these type of things, maybe 3%, 4%. So if it goes to zero, I don't really care. I have the Bitcoin, I have Ethereum to compensate. But if it pumps as I think it's going to do, 3%, 10x, then boom, it represents 30%. So it can go quite fast. Um, so yeah, I think that's it. Here, basically, most important, yeah, invest on good things. Avoid the fear, avoid the greed. Stick to your strategy. Don't hesitate to take partial profits if you feel bad. Okay, if you have to check your phone every 5 minutes to look at the crypto price, it means you're too exposed. Okay, that's the first sign. If you're looking at every 5 minutes, refreshing, what's the price? What's the price? Go down. Have some stable coins, reduce. It means you have to be not totally unafraid. You have to have little bit of commitment, checking the price, but not too much because then you're going to make bad decisions. You have to be okay what you invest. That's yeah, very very important. And I mean, it's either you do it or the market is going to teach it to you. Okay, the market is very ruthless. Uh, it can go up for months, but when it goes down, it goes boom really fast. And the 6 months that you had on upside on one day, boom, it's done. So partial profits, partial profits, partial profits, very, very important. Okay. And yeah, I think that's it. Maybe we can go into question and answers if you want, Pierre, or maybe something that I
Yeah,
should
yeah,
talk
yeah.
more about.
Amazing. I absolutely think that everything you shared with us was clear and simple. I learned very, very much today. I love to listen to you. You dropped so many nuggets already. It's amazing, really. So I would say we take if you have the time, we take the
Of
last
course.
15 minutes. And yeah, answer some questions. So, for all the people here, please don't write me personally your questions. Just drop them into the chat. And Joseph, you just scroll and choose which question you want to ask. So, for sure, now there will come 15 questions. I think probably you got time for maybe four or five, depending on how complex they are. So just choose and
Yeah,
yeah, that's it.
of course. Let's go. So I can see, good question actually. Do you ever short Bitcoin or do you park the money only? Uh, Personally, before I was doing shorts on Bitcoin because I was trading also the Bitcoin, but right now I'm not doing it since maybe 2 years. So it's either I'm exposed, so I have Bitcoin, or I'm not exposed. Okay, not really shorting. It's either yeah, I win money if it goes up, or I'm flat. Not really shorting the Bitcoin because why? Because I'm doing trading on Nasdaq. Basically, I don't know if I'll talk about that. But my main cash flow, like I said, is trading, but trading outside of crypto. I'm trading Nasdaq futures. Uh, so not really trading crypto. Trading crypto can be good, but I think, on my opinion, it's more difficult than Nasdaq. So trading is already very, very difficult. So yeah, no need to pour more difficulty. So no, I'm not really trading or shorting the Bitcoin. I'm just uh yeah, switching, exposed, hedged, not hedged. That's basically what I'm doing. Um, what's your exit strategy? Also a good question. My exit strategy are have two types. First is whatever the price action looks like, I'm going to sell. For example, like I said, for Bitcoin, 125, 135, I'm going to sell 20%. Okay, it's like I'm not even not going to think about it. I sell. It can go up to 300,000. I don't care. It's only 20%, 30%. I secure. So that's the first thing. Any coin I buy, I know that this I sell 20, this I sell 30%, this here 15, this 15. That's the first thing. Second thing, which you have to be more experienced and more proactive, is acting according to the chart. For example, for Bitcoin, um, if you see that the price action is really bearish, then yeah, you can just exit everything and try to enter again. But basically, yeah, my strategy is just selling little by little by little. And even if my average selling price of Bitcoin, it's, let's say, I don't know, 100K, and the top of market is 160, I'm still going to happy if it goes to 50, you know. So that's okay. For example, 2021, it goes up to 69. If you sold at 40, 47, let's say, then you're happy because it goes down to 15. Okay, so that's totally okay. Don't have to be perfect, sell at the high. Okay, sell little by little by little. Even if you don't have the perfect average selling price, it's still totally good. It's still good profits. Okay. Um, how to manage the risks? Do we work with stop loss or something? As I said, personally, I do major time spot buying, not really using futures. But yes, you can use stops on that, or just put. Personally, I would prefer to do alerts on TradingView. So just it just rings on my phone that this token is at this price, and then I go on the chart and do it myself. But yes, using stop losses or take profit is most of the time good, especially if you're doing trading. Okay, um, when you're trading like proper, like leverage and this and that, it's very, very important to have stop losses. Okay, otherwise on the spot, if you're proactive, if you have internet connection every time, etc., you can have alerts. But if you can use stop losses and take profits, stop losses, take profit. It's better. Which is your favorite project if you have one and why? So I assume except Bitcoin, Ethereum. Uh, I will say Cosmos. I think I'll say my favorite project is Cosmos. But again, I try, even though I still have this psychology, but I try to be emotionally detached. That's okay. It's my favorite. I love the project. I love the interface. I love how it works, the blockchain, etc. Um, but I try to put that inside aside and act more logically. So I will say Cosmos, but again, if I see that Cosmos is looking bad, I'll just sell it and go on another token that I like less, but I think it's more logical to be in. Um, is there a lot of talk about market crash in spring 2025? What do you think will happen afterwards? Do you think we should sell before March, April, or wait until summer, autumn? Uh, Personally, I don't really I don't see like this 3 months here you should sell, this 3 months here you should buy. Just looking at the price action, I think a top of market can happen in March, can happen in December, it can happen in spring, in summer. Don't really believe on this season. This season, maybe it's right, maybe I'm wrong doing that, but personally, I'm just looking at the price action, and if I see the price is very bearish in 2 months, okay, then I sell. I don't care. Then if it reverse and I think it's bullish, I'll just re-enter. So yeah, your personal opinion when this bull run cycle end? Uh, Very difficult to say, but I will say uh, the last 6 months of 2025. I think it's probable. Again, don't really know. Nobody really knows. But if right now I have to get an answer, okay, I'll say anywhere between June and November 2025. I think we'll still have a few months of upside. I think, yeah. But how many tools do you check your forecasts for the coins? Do you double check for each coin you want to invest? Wait, with how many tools do you check your forecast for the coins? How many tools? So basically, trading view. Uh, Trading view. Then I'm using Coinalyze also, which is good. Let me write it. Maybe if you Coinalyze, it's good. It's where you can look at the order flow, like the open interest and stuff. But it's more technical. But 90% is trading view. And then other tools like to manage my portfolio. Of course, I have CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, yeah, stuff like that. But trading view is 90%. Okay. Um, Also, you have Coin360, which is good. Coin360 to have a like you open your Coin360 and have the big, yeah, you have all the cryptos to have like on one page what the price is doing on the 24 hours, on the last week, last months. So for instance, I use it. Why? Is because sometimes to see what coin is strong, okay? Because if you see the Bitcoin is plus 1%, and you see that coin, let's say, I don't know, let's say Solana is plus 3%, is every day outperforming the Bitcoin, then okay, let's on my head is why this thing is outperforming Bitcoin. This is strong. Maybe I should buy this one. While on the other side, if I see that Bitcoin is plus 5%, and something is only up 2, I don't care. I'm staying on Bitcoin, making more money, taking less risk. Okay, so basically always a balance between risk and reward, and that's why I love Bitcoin actually since yeah, since basically 2 years because it's performing basically better than the whole market on average, taking less risk, and yeah, very liquid, very liquid. So that's very good. I ask any people because what is your mind? Okay. What do you think of Ripple? I think Ripple is good. I think Ripple is good. I'm actually was quite upset because I bought Ripple. I gave like a coin tip on Ripple, but like it went take my stop. I sold and then it goes higher a few weeks later. So I got upset. I didn't re-enter, but Ripple is very good. On my opinion, it's one of the only project that is really useful on the real world because every other project are like startups. But Ripple is really making really benefits, okay, real revenues, real utility. So I think that Ripple is good. Personally, I don't have some, but if I had, now I'll take some profit, but I'll still keep some because the potential is great. The chart is looking very good. So yeah, XRP Ripple, very controversial, but I mean, chart is bullish, strong company making revenue, so no reasons to, um, yeah, to be bearish or whatsoever. Actually, a favorite meme coin, favorite meme coin. Dodge is good. I bought another really small meme coin, but I lost almost everything. It was a small thing, okay. I just put like a little bit of money, like 0.5%, a very small thing, like 200, 200 $1,000 market cap. I just lost, but sometime it happened. But I think favorite meme coin, yeah, Dodge. I think Dodge. Actually, I don't have any meme coins. Uh, but Dodge is strong. I mean, and it's Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a genius, so I just followed the genius. Um, what do you think about Quanks? I don't know at all of QN. Yeah, Quanks, I don't know at all. Why you don't have Ripple in portfolio if you think it's very promising? I don't have a Ripple in my portfolio. Why? Because basically I have strict rules to buy. Okay, when something went up 2x, I'm waiting minimum of a retracement of half to enter. Sometimes it's wrong because then it just continues, but sometimes it really saves you to buy it really too high. So personally, Ripple not yet. If it retrace, I will enter, but actually it's I was not in when it was the time, unfortunately. I just missed it. Sometimes it happens. So just yeah, there is other opportunities, so that's okay. What do you think about P? P is that the yeah, like the application on the phone? I think it's yeah. I don't think it's really good. I mean, it's here since 6 years. Yeah, we're going to list. Don't believe it. I think it's just yeah, just lose some time. Don't really believe on that. How much time do you spend on charts every day and week? On the cryptos, maybe 1 hour a day, maximum 1 hour a day crypto. And then on my trading, like my main cash flow, let's say trading Nasdaq, it's like maybe 2 hours a day on average. So basically, crypto plus Nasdaq trading, I'll say on average 3 hours a day. I have some weeks I don't work at all. Other days I stay for 6, 7 hours, but on average, yeah, 2, 3 hours, it's done. But that's because now I have experience, so my eye is used. Okay, I open the chart, my eyes directly knows where to go, what to read. Okay, when I started, it's way longer, but that's normal. You get used to it. Like for driving, at the beginning when you drive, you're really focused, etc. Then after a few years, it's just an automatism. You know what to look, you know what to do, etc. It's just your brain, your eye is, yeah, being trained and look at the right thing at the good moment. And something that at the beginning you make 5 hours to see, then you see it in 30 minutes. So yeah, just experience. Um, XEP. What do you think about XEP? I don't know XEP. If you're talking about XRP, I just talked about that few minutes before, but XCP, I don't know. And I have a question in French. Uh, Est-ce que tu as acheté tous les coins d'Henrik analyze? So, do you bought every Hendrik coin he analyzed? Unfortunately, not because I don't understand German. He's making German live session, so I don't look at it, but sometimes we text, of course. So I share him project, he share me project. So of course, yeah, sometimes I go on project, he share to me because he's very, very good too. But not everything because, like I said, I don't understand German, so I can't really look at the lives. But Hendrik, I speak with him quite a lot. He is very good, also educator, and he knows what he's talking about. So that's yeah, very good. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you very, very much for your time, for your questions. I hope you enjoyed um, this Zoom. It was very, like I said, a big pleasure for me. The first time I'm making a Zoom call with everyone, so that's perfect. Thank you very, very much.
Yes, thank you. I just dropped you a message. You can look Henrik's sessions if you have too much time and you want to look them. We are automatically AI translating them into English. So if you
Really?
Yeah, if you go to the academy in the English section and then you go to his fundamental analyzing in the crypto section, you can look them.
Oh, that's
You can
crazy.
watch them. Yeah,
I,
so it's
I
AI
saw that on the
created
Chris.
and
Chris
controlled.
is doing some lives. He translated something. I look at it. I didn't know that Hendrix too. So yeah, that's nice. AI
Yeah,
is
yeah, but
crazy.
he does not. It's not like you do it. It's not like that he records it once in English and once in German. We take the German video and put it into an AI. Then it
Yeah, okay.
translated it, and then we just control it, and then we upload it.
I get it.
You are good
Crazy.
to go. You now
Yeah.
you know what you are doing the next Christmas days.
Yeah.
Amazing. Joseph, again, thank you so much for being here. I would say everyone just drop 8 into the chat for giving you a virtual applause.
Thank
So,
you very much.
thank you so much. I'm pretty sure this will not be the last time that we invited you. Thanks again at this point for Misha. He had the idea to invite you, and it will not be the last time. We will definitely come back to you in a couple of weeks or months
Yeah.
if you are open to it. Yeah,
Of
thank
course,
you
with
for
big,
all your
big pleasure.
knowledge. There have been very, very, very much nuggets. It's always like for you, it's you are talking about normal things, and for us, it's like, oh my God, I never saw just like a clear chart like yours. It's very crazy. Arthur, I think you know him as well. He already has a very clear chart with just a bit Fibonacci and that stuff, but yours is like empty. It's very, very nice. I
Yeah.
learned a lot. I think many of the people here learned a lot as well. Thank you for your knowledge. Thank you for your time. And I wish you a Merry Christmas. Have
Yeah, thank you.
time with your family. Enjoy
Thank
it.
you.
And
You
yeah,
too. Merry Christmas to everyone and enjoy and big pleasure for me. Have a good evening and see you soon.
thank you. See you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.